when he wrestled X-Pac as 1-2-3 Kid, at that time, I remember just like the rest of the universe thinking like 1-2-3 Kid was just like a kid and he looked like way too small to be a wrestler, right? And that was the whole gimmick, was like, no way, and no way he can beat the big guy.
So Maddie asked a good question. He asked, "What RVD match would who would I like you to see in an RVD match, or who would I like to compete in?" I got to think about that.
Question for you.
That's a good question. A lot of you've already done that.
Where we get our ratings.
Well, if we're making it up, if it's like fantasy booking, I would say I would love, because I grew up a Scott Hall fan, I'd like to see you fight Scott Hall. I think that'd be a fun one.
Scott Hall?
Yeah. I think that'd be
And you know what? I'm trying to think, and I haven't worked with him, but there was something that me and Jeff did at TNA when Scott and Kev were in a cage. And I don't know, I feel like maybe they already had their match, and maybe we ran in and they left and they left some baby faces down, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wonder if fucking YouTube Chris knows that. I don't know if it was on TV, but it was early when I first got there. So 2010, and at the studio for sure. And NWO was there, whatever they called themselves. And
the band, they were called the Band in TNA.
Yeah, like I never worked with Scott, but I remember being in the cage with him. Maybe I even took one move from him. I kind of feel like he might have, I don't know, if he might have given me a move or I might have given him a move. Like maybe there was a little interaction, but they must have left. Maybe me and Jeff were going to work with them and they left. I don't know.
Yeah. See, that would be my dream match then, you versus Scott. I think you got to be a fun one. Because they're bigger size, but you got different style, and I think you complement one another really well.
When he wrestled X-Pac as 1-2-3 Kid, at that time, I remember just like the rest of the universe thinking like 1-2-3 Kid was just like a kid and he looked like way too small to be a wrestler, right? And that was the whole gimmick, was like, no way, and no way he can beat the big guy. It's the easy storyline of the fucking giant. And but he did a moonsault, a sloppy ass moonsault, like almost a half crossbody, half moonsault. But it blew our minds at the time. We'd never seen that before, and it was so impactful that Scott caught him and he stayed down for the 3 count. 1-2-3 Kid had the victory. And it's funny when you think now, even the way the 1-2-3 Kid looked back then, if you put him into like today's wrestling scene, probably more average. Probably
he would have blend right in basically. Like,
yeah,
from a size standpoint and athletic standpoint too. It's like, okay, wow. Yeah, but he was really transcendent with a lot of that stuff.
Athletically, I mean, yeah, it's hard. It's just hard because that's like so much has been, yeah, he would have been on today's moves, not on. But yeah, he was a pioneer like me. So back then, no one was doing that shit. So yeah, if you plugged him in today and he was doing the same sloppy ass moonsault, that might not be so cool compared to the 3.5 fucking flip shooting star press that you can watch from the next match. But but we all would have pushed the envelope from where we were at today. Mm-hmm. That's what it's about.
100%.
Hell yeah. Never happened. Big guy, the bad guy. He escaped my wrath.
He did. He did. 5-star versus the Lone Wolf. I would have loved it. Instagram, a wrestling historian. Thanks for the $2. What's your favorite kung fu movie?
Wild Bill.
Wild Bill?
I think so.
Ooh, okay.
I think so. I mean, I like.
Is that a Billy Jack movie?
Is that a Billy Jack movie? No, it's what's her face from Pulp Fiction?
Oh, Kill Bill. Kill Bill.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, Kill Bill with Uma Thurman.
I guess because I thought of the actor from Kung Fu the series is in Kill Bill. As it's Bill, right? It's fucking, isn't it?
I think it
I
is
think
Bill.
Bill
or
is from Keith Carradine. I think his name
Yeah,
is
David Carradine.
Kevin Keith, whatever. Anyway,
Yeah.
I think that dude, if I'm
David
not
Carradine.
mistaken, huh?
It was
Kevin Carradine.
David. It was David.
It was David Carradine. Tell me this: did he die from strangling himself while he was jerking off?
Yes, I believe so. Let me make sure that was him.
Asphyxiation.
Auto asphyxiation.
Yeah, that.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. So when I heard Kung Fu, I just thought of that because if you're talking about if you're using that term in a broad sense, just you know what I mean, all of the martial arts movies, man, that's hard. There's so many with all the Jackie Chan and Jean-Claude and
Bruce Lee.
Of course. Yeah, but if you consider those Kung Fu movies, just any martial arts movies, I don't know. I think I'm going to just stay with Bloodsport because that impacted me a lot, and haven't had a movie impact me as much later in life, just because movies don't impact me as much later on. But so that will always stand out in that way, you know?
Yeah.
That's how it is. That's how it is. That's how I like. If I'm like, and I do that for people, I impacted their lives when dude, I grew up watching you, man. You were the shit. And so like, I'll always be that for them, even if they haven't seen me in 20 or 30 years. And even if wrestlers don't, make them real excited anymore like they did when they were in high school, I'll still always be theirs. Just like Bloodsport, I guess, is probably my favorite Kung Fu movie.
Hey, nice. I need to watch Bloodsport. I don't know. Mortal Kombat wouldn't count as a Kung Fu movie, but
that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I love
that. Yeah, that's those. I loved watching all those action movies, and they were obviously a big part of filling my head with imagination.
Yeah, right. Oh man, can't beat this stuff.
When Tony Jaa came along, he was so cool because not only did he do his own stunts, but also his stunts were amazing. If you haven't seen Tony Jaa, you could look him up on YouTube.
And before Tony Jaa, how do you spell his last name? Rob?
J-A.
Oh, just J-A? Oh, there he is.
The dude who do stage acts where he does stuff that you would see in the movies that you could easily fake, but he does that shit for real. Like he can jump on a gang of 5 people and run on their heads, and then jump and flip off the last guy. And well, if you see, he does. If you YouTube him, he does like amazing shit. So he came at a time just a little after the action movies were like really peaking, and otherwise he would have blown up so much because like he was doing moves we hadn't seen before. I remember doing it, running like jumping knee to somebody's face, bam, and like whoa, like because I watched them all as a kid, and Steven Seagal and Jeff Speakman, and they all had these different arts, and they were all going to be the next big action star. And Tony Jaa definitely, like, he's the real deal. So if you look him up, he does shit that you can tell there's no cables, there's no digital effects. You're watching him on stage with his people doing shit that you see in cartoons.
Damn. Yeah, he's in the On Box series.
Yes.
Yeah. He's also in the Expendables. He's in several of these. I'm looking right now. I'll have to definitely check him out because it's been a while since I've watched a good